It's happening. Donkey Kong. Craig,
Level
thank you for
100.
34 mods. Appreciate
Pinnacle
that.
of power for a
Twitch.tv subscriber.
I gotta keep it
Thanks for
kind
the
of quiet.
sub.
My
Yeah.
parents are like sleeping right now.
Wow,
So
34 months.
I'm gonna be pretty quiet compared to normal today. But we're gonna beat Donkey Kong Country before I go to bed. Take a little bit over an hour or two, I guess. I hope it wouldn't get to
Level
2 hours.
100.
Just like a little over an hour.
Pinnacle of power.
Luke at Frosty, thanks for
Twitch.tv
42 months.
subscriber.
Appreciate that.
Thanks for the sub.
Donkey Kong, but keep it
Yeah.
country. Exactly, yeah. And Chucky,
Donkey
thanks for
Kong,
34 as
but
well.
it country.
This is a Thanksgiving
Level
tradition.
100.
It's important.
Pinnacle
I'm
of
thankful
power
for y'all
for
for being here.
Twitch.tv subscriber.
Was I hibernating?
Thanks
I've been
for the
working on videos.
sub.
I've been editing
Yeah.
the movie. I've been editing the
Wahoo
ZA
DK
movie.
stream.
I'm at like an hour and 17 minutes on it. I've found the 4th rooftop Absol. I've just been doing a lot of stuff offline. Thank you, Getty. Have a happy Thanksgiving. Yeah, we're gonna do some DK, Donkey Kong. Let's do this. Yoy Lab, thank you for 49 months. Cameron, thank you. Ponedge, thank you. Tris, thank you. Donkey Kong, do you not know the Thanksgiving tradition? This is a Thanksgiving tradition. It's not Thanksgiving without Donkey Kong. So we gotta play it. I gotta play Donkey Kong. Donkey Kong Country every Thanksgiving. This is the practice run, actually. Because the real run takes place tomorrow at my extended family Thanksgiving, which I'm definitely not streaming. This is just the practice run here. Wait, do it? Okay, I'm playing on the Switch too, by the way, for this one, but I'll be on a real Super Nintendo tomorrow. Let's get the live split timer up. Let's see how long this takes. I just realized that's something I can do. I can time this. Hey, what's up, Toast? Yeah, it's an important tradition. Thanksgiving. Alright, let me add the live split thing. Oh, it was a Scott the Woz reference. I see. I'm sorry. I'm sorry I didn't know game, actually. I just had to make sure it was known that this is a Thanksgiving tradition. This is what the entire holiday of Thanksgiving is actually about. It's about being thankful for everything and being thankful for how our country came to be. And by country, I mean Donkey Kong country. That's how it is. Like, the first Thanksgiving was Donkey Kong and Diddy Kong and Cranky Kong and Funky Kong and Candy Kong. All sitting around a great big table with bananas and Kong's banana horde. It was beautiful, honestly. It was fantastic. It's something important, and it's the meaning. It's the reason for the season. Donkey Kong giving a thumbs up like that. Donkey Kong and Diddy Kong backs against the wall like true brothers or cousins. I think they're cousins. Donkey Kong and Diddy Kong, arm in arm. We'll win the fight. It's always been our dream. This land is your land. This land is Donkey Kong Land. Well, Donkey Kong Land is a different game, actually. Different game. Anyway, let's actually get started here. I'm gonna just keep talking to y'all, it seems. Alright. Timer starts now. Let's do this. I have not played since exactly a year ago, so it's probably going to go exactly as expected. Also, this is my first time playing this on a Pro controller, so we'll see how that goes too. Also, I'm pretty sure that the Virtual Console version is not the version where I can skip a bunch of the levels, so that's a bit of a bummer. So it's going to take me inevitably longer than the final run tomorrow for sure. Also, there's a very critical skip that we won't be able to get. That does not matter unless you're actually like really speedrunning this game, but it's the jingle skip. If you mash buttons, the face buttons here, you can skip their celebration there where they're being all joyful and merry. But yeah, we can't do that. We can't do the between level skip. I have to play every level today. No ifs, ands, or Donkey Kong butts. Does anyone remember that weird render of Donkey Kong where it's like his butt? It's like on the back of the strategy guide. It's really crazy. I mean, you don't really have to remember it. It's something you never forget once you've seen it. Mariah, thank you for 5 months. Chickletism, thanks for 100 bits. Appreciate that. Happy Thanksgiving. It's a fantastic render. What's up, Hunta, 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 Hunta. I'll do a Hunta streak till the end of this level. Hunta, 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 Hunta. I almost died. Oh, the Yume Spanking ones is a different render. And okay, on other versions of the game, this is time lost, but I'm just going to talk about it. You can mash the buttons whenever you hit one of these corners, and it'll send you halfway through the game. It's really crazy. Favorite level in this game? I can tell you my least favorite level. Least favorite level's got to be Ice Age Alley. No, least favorite is definitely Poison Pond. I want to throw hands with Poison Pond. Actual favorite level, though, I'm not sure. I think we'll get to it and I'll be like, oh, that's my favorite level. Or you know what? My favorite level today might be whatever level I end up playing fastest. Where I'm like, oh yeah, no, I played that level pretty well. That's when I'll be like, oh yeah, that's my favorite level. Or maybe it could be like one of my favorite levels but out of spite, you know? If I play really well. Gotta be a bit of a loose cannon sometimes. Keep you on edge with how I feel about levels. Happy Turkey, Golf, and Lil Cheese. Oh my goodness, what the heck? Thank y'all for the sub. Amazing water theme. Dude, I don't remember where the swordfish is. He's not there. I don't remember where the swordfish is. He's like important. This isn't him, this is just bananas. Yeah, no, this is just bananas. Maybe he's over... Oh, he's down here. Where the arrow points, okay. I think his name's On Guard. Imagine like a convergent form Mahone Edge. Aegis slash line, but it's a swordfish. Would you catch? Like dex stuff aside, would you catch? If you didn't have to worry about dex completion, it was a completely optional Pokemon, would you catch that? Convergent form, but it's a butter knife. That would be kind of awesome. You know, butter knives are good. I feel like they get a bad rap. They're like safe knives. Sometimes. Congrats on the 2 Pokeradar shinies. That's no slouch. If I get the skip in the middle of the level, this is a contender for favorite level. But if I don't get the skip, I'll be bitter. I already messed up. I already messed up here. Okay. Let's see if I can get the skip here. There are 2 of these fellas. Okay, these guys right here. These folks. Oh, this is one of my favorite levels. What's up, gamer? I'm doing a little bit of gaming. I'm doing a little bit of country gaming. Listening to some country music. This does have an amazing soundtrack. Shout out to David Wise. His David Wisdom guides us. You love this game and you genuinely dislike 99.9% of 2D platformers? This was like the first video game I ever played. It's a toss-up between this and Disney's Aladdin for the Super Nintendo for first video game I ever touched. And I don't know, this has just been the gold standard of video game to me for so many years. Like, is it Donkey Kong Country or is it not Donkey Kong Country? I love the entire original trilogy. What's sad is that, like, I don't know, I just don't get the same feeling whenever I play any of the Donkey Kong Country Returns games, and that's my problem, because they're very well-made games. I just wish I got the same vibe as these ones bring. This game is if Cracker Barrel was a video game. Where's the wooden peg puzzle, then? Like, what's the Donkey Kong equivalent of that? I think that's the thing that taught me the word ignoramus, but they spell it wrong. They spell it as ignoramus, just to be funny. But it wasn't funny, because I learned the word wrong. I learned the wrong spelling for it. You get that from the PS5 Ratchet and Clank game? Yeah, it's just not the same. It's not the same as, like, a game where it's 2D, but they use 3D renders for all the sprites, and it's got, like, this song in it. And if you stay in this level long enough, you get to, like, the most hauntingly beautiful cave music you've ever heard. But you have to, like, stay in a level unnaturally long, like, go on the pause screen or something. Middle barrel? I don't need the middle barrel. We're not dying on this level. I don't know why I'm bringing this tire with me. Oh, we took it to tire jail. Or maybe that was tire heaven. Or, you know, just tire earth. Like, the huge difference between, like, just jail and heaven. There's an entire, like, mortal realm difference going on there. I had meatloaf in the shape of a turkey today. I died on this level. I died on this level. My first death. Happy Thanksgiving. Happy Donkey Kong Country Day. Bro fell off. Bro died. You know, like, even when I mess up, it's kind of nice when someone says, you know, bro did this, because, like, at least they're acknowledging me as a brother. There's a little bit of familiarity there, you know? I did play Bonanza. Loved that game. I never got the DLC for it. But I might someday. Very good game, though. I recorded my entire first playthrough of it, because I was doing the curry hunt. I recorded it by pure circumstance. That I was just like, well, I might as well be recording this, since, like, I need to record if I get the curry shiny. So I just have my entire Bonanza playthrough on a hard drive, and I might make a supercut of it. Like, definitely not like my Pokemon videos, where, like, I'm doing, like, hyper-long analysis of things, and it takes me several weeks to edit together. It'll probably be, like, a one day, here's all the times where I said a word while playing Donkey Kong Bonanza. Terse, thanks for 27 months. It was an amazing experience. But yeah, like, making these, like, playthrough movies takes me so much longer than it used to. Because back when X and Y came out, there was not much to say about Ramos. He's an old man that with, like, a pair of shears. And, man, he likes gardening. But it's not like Ivor, who has, like, an entire story arc where you're trying to find, like, his missing little sister and stuff. You have to talk about every character now. There's so much more to interpret. I did get the curry shiny. It was a ghastly. Not a ghastly, a haunter. Something in the family, you know. That's the video I have to make. My video backlog is disgusting. It's actually disgusting. But you know, I've got a process to it. I got priorities. And my priority right now is the ZA movie. And mostly stuff ZA related. The non-ZA videos, they can wait. And they'll be fun. They'll probably come out really fast too whenever I get around to them. But I also have like that whole Scarlet movie where we did that badge quest when the Switch 2 came out and stuff. That's a whole saga. I tell like my life story during that video, like unironically. Like that's actually part of that video. Oh. Retro, Plink, thanks for 36 months. Yeah, Ivor breaking every phone he ever touches is one of my favorite details. What I wonder is if like, he's actually that strong, or if he just drops his phones and is like, oh, it broke. You know, he doesn't understand. Or maybe, like, here's another theory. What if it runs out of battery? And he's just not aware of how to recharge it. And he's like, oh, I broke the phone. He's like, Gwen, my phone broke. And Gwen's actually been using the same phone this entire time. Just never told him. Just, you know, so he, like, continues to think, oh, you know, yeah, I broke this phone. Because, like, him with the phone, she's got to, like, monitor his internet access. She's like a parent. She's like AOL Online for kids. Wolflight Gamer, thanks for 5 months. He downloads every toolbar. You ever, like, look at someone's browser and they have, like, 20 toolbars installed? It doesn't happen as often these days, but back in the day, it was insane. Just, like, they had, like, 60 different ways to, like, search the internet. Buy something within 5 minutes to get the limited time discount. Yeah, the horse discount. Oh, I have to lock in for this level, actually. Hold on. You have to make it to that barrel within, like, the first few seconds of playing the level, and you have to be Donkey Kong. So you get there fast as Diddy Kong, and then you swap to Donkey Kong, and then you get to skip the level. But it's something that's, like, if you don't make it, you don't make it. It's really weird. This level has a skip, too. But it's like jumping off of one of the Kremlings, and I just never remember which one. But when I see him, I'll know. I'll be like, oh, that's the guy. That's the guy who I have to bounce on. You know, and if I don't get it, I'll just play the level like a civil human being. A normal human being, and then tomorrow I'll get the skip. I don't think I got the skip. It's the tradition. What's up, Nessamons? That was a nasty re-grab. There was no reason for me to do that, but it was swag. You can't deny that. If any of y'all are denying the swag that went into that right there, you try it yourself in real life. Rank for B1 started in Pocket, so we know where B1 8 drops now, December 16th. I feel like an idiot, because with the ranked season in ZA, I completely forgot to play it all last ranked season. I'm hoping that doesn't disqualify me from all the titles. Like, that they'll do enough rounds where it'll be forgiving to earn the title. Otherwise, I just messed up my 100%. Forever. Oh, and I did the swag again. 5 A's and 10 ranked seasons. I'm sure it'll last that long, right? They're not going to shut down Switch Online. There we go, Treetop Town. Chilling at a good Thanksgiving? Excellent. I got distracted. Wasn't even looking. I've always loved the forest background in this game. I want to go to a forest that lush. I went to a pretty lush forest this morning, actually. I went with my brother and my sister-in-law to the highest point in Louisiana, Mount Driscoll. And it's in Bienville Parish, the place with the legendary flag. With, like, the deer and all the clip art and stuff on it. We didn't see the flag anywhere there, but it was a nice little hike. And it's not really much of a mountain. It's, like, not even, like, public property, it's private property. But they let people hike on it still. But there's a sign out front that says if it's deer season, make sure you're wearing orange or pink. Or we encourage you to do that. Because they don't want people to mistake you for a deer. Thankfully, I was wearing a shirt with the unknown on it today. And a lime green backpack. And I'd be shocked if someone mistook me for a deer. Oh, true. They could mistake me for a shiny Stantler. I didn't think about that. That is lime green, huh? It's not the deer hunters I gotta watch out for, it's the shiny hunters. I wish forests were real, right? What's up, the bat? Hope you had a good Thanksgiving. Ow, ow, ow. Poor little guys sound like they're in a lot of pain. They're called Naughty. G-N-A-W-T-Y. But are they actually naughty for gnawing, you know? Who am I to judge? They just want to run in their wheel and, like, walk. I haven't even seen them gnaw on anything before. I like all the different palettes the enemies have in this game. It's very shiny Pokemon coded. Why does an ostrich need tennis shoes? Sometimes, like, I don't know, they want style or something. We'll see the ostrich with tennis shoes here. Espresso. It's the Sabrina Carpenter ostrich. Oh, it's so cool how it goes gradually to, like, sunset from the start of this level. Insane, like, detail for 1994. Also, if we were to get the skip from the first level, we could instantly skip here and be here within, like, the first 2 minutes of gameplay, but instead it took us 18 minutes to get here. That's, like, probably, like, 17 minutes I'm gonna be shaving off of the run tomorrow, guaranteed. Which is always insane. Like, getting to play on that old edition of the game. Also, that guy's name is Manky Kong. He's like... He's just not nice. I don't know what his deal is. Why is he throwing those barrels? Bakju Sook, thanks for 44 months. Appreciate that. You never seen a full playthrough of this game? Well, you came to the right place. Trouble at dog daycare? Understandable. That's how it goes sometimes, you know? Not every dog gets along with every other dog. I was reading an article the other day that some dogs show signs of autism. And I believe it. Like my brother's dog does not like certain floor textures. She gets to a hardwood floor and stops in her tracks. Does not want to move. You take her for a walk on a trail, she'll be like the happiest dog on the trail, gets to a wooden bridge, will not move. And they've had her since she was a puppy, so there's not like any past trauma associated with wood or wooden floors and stuff. I just think her paws, she doesn't like it. I think some of the best and some of the worst levels in this game are the underwater levels. Like Croctopus Chase in the ice world is so good, but then Poison Pond in the next world is like my least favorite level in the game because it's a level that you have to learn. It's not a level where you can navigate purely based off of platforming skill. It's a level that's just made to kill you over and over again. And you're just like, oh, well, I just died in Poison Pond again. And that's hopefully not going to be me tonight. Because maybe tonight I'll be stronger. Maybe tonight I'll be the king of the pond. You can just fly over this guy. Yeah, the music's amazing at least. Don't try to use Zygarde in ranked, it's not good. Oh, I have plans for ranked season. I'm gonna do a whole stream for it. We're gonna do the pacifist thing. If it's still true that you can't lose points in ranked, I want to have a night where I use the Wonder Trade bot for us to all coordinate hopping on at the same time and doing absolutely no KOs the entire round. No one KOs anybody. We all win. We all lose. We try entirely pacifist to see if we can reap the rewards from it. That's just a little experiment. First, I just want to see if we can make it happen, and then if it's effective, we keep going with it and just continue it as a social experiment. I think it'd be really interesting if we were able to convince someone who was playing to join in on it, who was not here. Yeah, you all get the apricorn balls, too. Speedrunning a Pokemon game? Yeah, for sure. I've learned a lot of the Sapphire manips and skips and stuff. But it's a lot. I don't know if that's going to be the one that I eventually run someday. I'm more likely to probably play something like, I don't know. I've talked with Pulse Effects before. I might learn Let's Go. Let's Go is a very, very fun speedrun. Definitely not ZA, though. That game's an intensely long run. Like, you're looking at, like, at least 6 hours. I was curious what that game would be like for speedruns. I feel like the lack of autosave hurts speedruns more than it hurts shiny hunting. Because I feel like with shiny hunting, we have ways around the autosaves and stuff. But with speedrunning, you can't, like, set up a file to play through the game for a run and just have it ready to go. Because the minute that you start actually doing story progression stuff, you just have to do it. So, like, you have to start over the entire game every time. It's brutal looking. I think this is the one where, yeah, there we go. I'm just so impressed with what they were able to do on the Super Nintendo with this game. It's a technical marvel. Yeah, no way to practice segments for speedruns. Yeah, like, I guess you could sort of practice the rogue battles with the simulations in the postgame, but it's not the same. Because their levels are scaled up, and you don't have the helpers from your friends anymore. It's totally different. It's really crazy. So there's so much trial and error, especially the late game rogue battles. I remember they were struggling with Altaria for a bit. 3 confuse the enemy cards in a single royale. That's brutal. Oh, that's tragic. There's some cool strats, though. I really like seeing them actually use the move Forest Curse. Because they use Bois, the Heracross, since, like, it's something that's completely, like, you know, he's just good. He's just good in every way. And if you use Forest Curse, you add on that extra grass type to anything, which gives it, like, Aerial Ace a lot more leverage. And also, I'm very appreciative of the fact that Absol, it pretty much can't be routed out of the run. Like, it's guaranteed thing you get. It's good. It's like a mega evolution you have right off the bat, too. It gets access to Perish Song, which is incredible in those late game mega fights towards the end of the game. I don't see a reality in which Absol gets removed from the ZA speedrun unless there's a significant skip, and that makes me really happy that it's a game that just Absol's guaranteed to be part of. Because I can't think of another mainline Pokemon game where that's the case. Especially with how rare Absol typically is. I didn't even get Espresso. Normally I get Espresso for this level. The Ostrich. So I'm going through it very slow. But this is a contender for at least favorite level here. It's just very, very unforgiving ice platforming with a lot of steep hills. Those Mankey Kong guys with the big barrels. There are places you can't see right there with an enemy like that. It's another level where, like, the game can just screw you over for no good reason. And if you play this game once a year, you still get caught off guard. And I'm that guy. I'm the guy that plays the game once a year and gets caught off guard. And also you can, like, die here, which is really sad whenever it happens. But we didn't die there. Because I'm a gamer. Yeah, Pear Song and the Megas at the end. It's a good strat. It's one of my favorite games ever. Like, it's easily my favorite platformer. The entire, like, original series on Super Nintendo is amazing, though. A lot of people hate Donkey Kong Country 3 because of Kiddy Kong, and I just think they're haters, because I think that that's a great game, too. I can understand why a lot of people say, like, 2 is objectively the best. Because 2 has the best soundtrack. For sure. but this is my favorite one. I like trying to get the DK coin in 3 versus the shield guy. That's a lot of fun. Oh yeah, routing with like Mega Dimension. What I'm curious is I don't even know if it's going to be accessible until you've already beaten the entire game anyway. But if there's like a category extension where they include the Mega Dimension stuff, that's when I guess all the interesting routing comes in. But it could end up being like Indigo Disc and Blueberry Academy, where they say that you need to beat the game, but in reality, you have access to it early on. You just can't play the entire thing until later. So I'm curious to see what they end up doing with that. This is a good underwater level. I just always feel like a pro gamer whenever I outrun these guys, even though it's really easy and you just gotta know your natural speed. At the family Thanksgiving gathering, there's a turbo Super Nintendo controller. I didn't mean to swap. Where you can just mash the B button on these levels with it. It's insane. Turbo technology. Yeah, you can do Indigo Disc early, you just can't do the story. Like, as soon as you have access to the Teal Mask, which is immediately, you can go explore Blueberry Academy. You just can't go to the League Club room yet. But, yeah, you can... I'm going to cover it in the movie I'm making about the Professor Oak Challenge with DLC. There's a lot you can do early on. You can catch so many Pokemon there. As you're gathering, you play Jackbox? Oh yeah, that's always fun. Happy Thanksgiving, Pixella. About to see Squawks. In future games, the Mining Bird, there's one that's... Wait, no, I'm thinking about the banana. I'm getting everything mixed up. Never mind. I've just been thinking about canaries and Canary from Pokemon, from ZA. How she's, like, basically a canary in a coal mine. I didn't pick up on that until, like, as I was editing the movie, I was like, wait a second, no, that's exactly what she is. But I'm trying to figure out why she's called that. Like, if there's any deeper meaning about, like, the warning sign behind it, and I don't know if there is. It just seems like a naming convention above all else. Where I'm currently at in the movie, by the way, editing-wise, I'm at the part where I meet Jacinth. Yeah, like, there's... Yeah, I feel like her grandpa's a foreman. Looks like, he's got a mining helmet. But everything else about the canary in the coal mine just really doesn't make sense with her. Because she's not being used to test carbon monoxide or, like, the likes of it. She's just sitting at home gaming. It could just be, like, another warning sign. Like, you know how Absol is in the game to be like, oh, look, there's an impending disaster in Lumiose. But, like... she's not signaling the disaster or anything, you know? And I don't think she's, like, weak, like the idiom version of Canary in a Coal Mine, where it's, like, a sign of, like, the first, like, warning of something. Like, the weakest link, the first to go. There's just not a lot of sense in the analogy outside of it. Outside of just very literally looking at what they look like. Casey Plays Games, thanks for 9 months, appreciate that. You've Inky seen the Donkey Kong? Oh, you mean Only. I can see how Only can be turned into Inky. Inky Kong. That's what Donkey Kong is in Splatoon. The warning is toxic online competition. True. Wants to jump. you watch the speed run, they know exactly where it's gonna be. It's crazy. Yeah, we just went to Buc-ee's here. I didn't go to Buc-ee's yesterday. I'm so bummed. I was driving, and I was stuck in traffic for like 2 hours, and all I was looking forward to is the sweet, sweet Buc-ee's a few hours out. And I got there, and I was like, oh yeah, it's the day before Thanksgiving. I'm not getting into Buc-ee's. Every single gas pump was full. Every single parking spot was full. I just thought of like how it was going to be like the worst environment on earth to be in there, and I just kept driving. And I stopped at another truck stop, which was still bad. But I got apple salsa from there, and that's cool. We're going to have chips with it tomorrow, whenever I'm at the family Thanksgiving. I don't know what it's going to be like, but it seems pretty good. I didn't know that Evelyn did music in Donkey Kong Country. I thought it was all David Wise. Good to know. Gotta give credit where credit's due. There are a lot of names on the ZA soundtrack. I need to, like, get more familiar with everyone. There are people who've, like, worked on, like, fighting games and stuff on the soundtrack, and I can just tell with, like, how heavy the synths are and stuff. I need to listen to their other works. These are the fake out barrels. The Oilers influence here. How do they even float like that? Yeah, I don't think Mega Dimension will be accessible early on. That's the impression that I'm under for it. The impression that I get. I swear that's supposed to work. I'm gonna try it a second time. If it doesn't work the second time, I'll give up. Maybe I have to be Donkey Kong. Maybe I have to roll first? There we go. I did have to roll first. Still faster than playing the level. Robin Beanland? Oh, that makes a lot of sense, actually. Yeah. I used that song in the ZA movie. Watching back all my ZA playthrough footage, I think I laughed out loud at almost every single line Jacinth had. I think she's my favorite character. Ivor's a close second. And then there are, like, characters that I like just for other reasons, just because, like, they're, I don't know, they're characters that mean a lot to me, like Emma, and, like, I think that Team MZ is really well written. How did I not? What's up? Pester Quest, thank you for the Prime. How was my Thanksgiving? It was pretty chill. Had meatloaf. Went to the highest point in Louisiana. Now I'm playing Donkey Kong Country. I've been working on something else today, too. During family time, when I was just chilling, watching, like, Planes, Trains, and Automobiles and stuff. The movie. Not, like, actual ones. I also watched the Macy's Parade. I've been trying to catch Deontay in a heavy ball in ZA, which is basically like shiny hunting. Like, I'm dealing with like a 0.04% chance of catching it by getting it to low enough HP and making it drowsy. And I'm using like 3 to 4 heavy balls every reset. It's a rough grind. It's fun, though. I've gotten it down to a science. I'm using phalanx, which might not be the most time-efficient thing, but, like, I enjoy a Mega evolving into Mega Phalanx every time. And Watchog. Watchog still remains critical for that. For catching operations. Good luck on the Fennekin. I phased 30 times on the 4th Absol. I got a full box of Pokemon. I'm looking forward to making that video. That'll be a nice and quick one after the movie. But like right now with the movie, my momentum is just going so well that I'm not focusing on any other videos until I get that one out. If that makes sense. I know a lot of people are like, oh, this should be video number 721, because that's the number of Pokemon that are in X and Y. And I was thinking, yeah, I'll do that. But I was like, nah, this will be video 720. Yeah, the Diancie for Go Tour Kalos. Whatever, man. I'm not too super thrilled about it. I haven't finished the Jirachi research. They make the research too much. Not even like monetary, just like too much to do. I don't play Go like that. Wolven, thanks for 11 months. I'd rather soft reset for it. It does sound enticing to go back to the Rose Bowl Stadium again. The in-person event was fantastic when I went for Sinnoh, honestly. But, I don't know. I don't know if I'm gonna go. I probably can't afford the trip out there with planning for Miku in March. Or I definitely can't afford the trip out there planning for Miku in March. This is the actual least favorite level in the game for me. Like, I imagine it's just not even fun to swim around here. Donkey Kong and Diddy Kong are probably having the worst time in this pond. I would say that it stinks, but, like, you're not even wanting to breathe underwater in the first place. They're just gonna emerge stinky. You know, even if they even emerge at all, because this is poison that they're swimming through. It's impressive at all that they're surviving through this right now. They're resilient Kongs. Thing launches us top speed. And if you're not prepared, you get minced by those tires. Speaking of mince, I think there's gonna be a mincemeat pie tomorrow. And that pie always scares me. Like, I look at it, and it looks almost visually indistinct from an apple pie. And I love apple pie. But you take a bite of mincemeat pie, you're like, what's going on in my mouth? What are these spices? This is strange. It's like a foreign concept. Yeah, Golden was performed during the Macy's parade this year. It was awesome. I was shining like a bumblebee. They killed it too. It was one of the best live performances this year. When the Labubu float came going by, my mom, like, in earnest, was just like, is this like that 6-7 thing? And I felt that, honestly. Because that's how I feel about Labubus too. They go hand in hand with the 6-7 thing. And when the Jolly Green Giant float came by, and like the guy started singing country music, she was like, is this song about green beans? And we were trying to interpret the lyrics to see if it really was or not. It was cool seeing Pikachu. They really strategically got around showing not showing the deflated tail that it had. Because Pikachu's tail deflated this year. It was limp. flapping around. Like the wrinkles of a Shar-Pei dog. Just a big wrinkly Pikachu. Kind of like a basset hound. But he's a mouse. I don't think Sonic was even there. They had Pac-Man this year. Sonic popped the day before? Oh, that's crazy. So there was no Sonic. I saw Mario, the life kind. Okay, so for the intro to the Macy's Day Parade, they were like introducing all the guests and stuff, and they kept showing the Mario balloon over and over again while putting different people's names over them. And then they did like a cutaway to like a street sign, and they cut back again and said, "The end of the parade, we will be joined by Santa Claus," and it cut to Mario again, but with the word Santa Claus on screen. So I think Mario is actually Santa now. I'd hate to be in this basement. Imagine being one of the Kremlings that's assigned to, like, work here. Like, yeah, you gotta work in the place where the lights go out every second. Okay, cool. Thanks for 28 months. Appreciate that. I found an old journal today. A summer journal from like 2007, and I found the exact date I got my first random shiny in Gen 4. I had like an entry where it was July 6, 2007. We went to go see Transformers in theaters today, and I caught a shiny Cricketune. It was an eventful day. I got to see Shia LaBeouf and shiny Cricketune the same day. I died. Yeah, that was, oh yeah, the Ponsum Cricketune. Yeah, Mario's not annual, but Pikachu and Eevee are. And you bet they play the X and Y title theme every single year. For like the past 10 years, they play the X and Y version of the Pokemon title theme. Every time. I'm dying here in Blackout Basement. It's critical to mention that was my first random shiny in Gen 4, though, because I've been finding random shinies since, like, I was 6. In Gen 2. My first Gen 3 random shiny was Mawile, which is an insanely cool one to find. Named it Pinky. It was the day I got my tonsils out. Window Frog? Oh, that's crazy. I wonder if that was a reference to the Window Frog. Or maybe they just had their own Window Frog situation. I imagine it's a situation a lot of people deal with here. I remember the Reshiram and Zekrom balloons. Those were really cool. I can't believe they did that one year. That we had Reshiram and Zekrom in the Unova region in the Macy's Day Parade. Like, that's so perfect. It's a canon event. I watched a video the other day about all the different balloon disasters that have happened over the years. It's pretty crazy just how often it happens. But yeah, Diddy Kong can't hang with armadillos. Tepigs. I think that boy is still in the balloon. Oh, from that news story in 2009? Balloon Boy? I haven't thought about that in eons. We're in the final world now. Final World of Kong. I'm feeling good about tomorrow. I think after this practice run tomorrow, I'm gonna hit this. No lives lost. It's the goal. Happy American holiday. Thank you. You're doing well, Sleepy Q. Man, Donkey Kong got so bored he started beating his chest there. I've been really enjoying getting to see the dogs again, hanging with Birdie and Beasley. Beasley has gotten so big since last year. Because she was literally a puppy. Now she's a year old. Sleepy Q, thanks for 42 months. Appreciate that. I'm impressed that I haven't dropped any frames yet, honestly, because I'm not using a wired connection. This is all over Wi-Fi. All Wi-Fi, all the time, baby. When I'm here. Oh, I died. World of Kong. Is that what they called the Universal Park in Florida? I need to go there. The severe lack of Donkey Kong at the Mario World is insane at Universal. It felt like they erased history with him not being there. It was sad. And also the lack of Wario. There's nothing Wario there. I don't care about Waluigi. It'll take a lot for me to ever care about Waluigi, but Wario, it hurts not to see him there. That's my guy. Started back your shiny Electivire costume hunt. Best of luck. Ooh. That's going to be an awesome grind. Over 10,000 seen so far? Man, you got this. Good old Battle Revolution. I think Nora's been interested in starting the Rose Raid hunt. And I'm really excited to see her get that. That's a really hard one to go for because of the roulette. Yeah, costumes are 81.92. I have a whole thread on that from like 2 years ago where I did a lot of the legwork of figuring out when it's rolled, how it's rolled, what the exact mechanics of it were. I was pretty proud of the reverse engineering stuff I did for that one. Because I feel like there's no mystery to how Battle Revolution costumes work with it. Like, all the mechanics of it are pretty much understood now. This level's evil. It's one of the hardest ones in the game. This might be the hardest level in the game, actually. Yeah, Noah Kyogre from Japan has found all 6 costumes. I don't think there are too many other Rose Raids reported being found, though. Rose Raid's a tricky one because you have to master the timing of the roulette wheel. It's something that speedrunners have down, so I'm sure it's something you can get really consistent with, especially if you're hunting it over time. But it takes a lot of adjustment and iron will. And you have to play it kind of risky, too. Because with the Rose Raid costume, the most efficient way to do well in that Coliseum, Neon Coliseum, is to bring, like, a couple strong Pokemon, and then intentionally fill the rest of your team with weak Pokemon. And get consistent enough to hit the strong Pokemon and not the weak Pokemon on the wheel. And if you manage to pull that off, your opponents will get the weak Pokemon, leading to quicker victories. But it's a risky strategy, because you could end up with the weak Pokemon and just lose your run right then and there. I think there are several battles you have to do that way, too. It's a long Coliseum every time. Groudon and Electivire are so forgiving compared to the other ones. Okay, whatever. I'm not getting Diddy Kong here. We're just gonna clear these tires. What's up, King Kong? Fellow Kong? Emerald soft reset hunts. I don't recommend doing any soft reset hunts in Emerald unless you really know what you're doing. The only time I recommend Emerald soft reset hunts is if you're doing it a battle video method. Or if you're doing a starter hunt and making a new file every 50 resets or so. But like with Emerald, I only recommend doing like random encounter hunts otherwise, unless you like double check what you're doing with it. If you want to do a soft reset hunt in Emerald, what you have to do is you have to go to the battle frontier, make a battle video every 50 resets or so. Otherwise, you're going to just keep running into the same Pokemon and stuff. And it works that way because battle videos save where you are in the RNG for that and gives you basically a different starting point if you view the battle video at the beginning of every reset. It's a lot, though, too. And there are only a few hunts in Emerald where it's really required to do that, because that game added some nice quality of life, where if you use, if you go up against, like, any legendary, you can just do it as a runaway hunt. Run away, leave the room, and come back, and that wasn't available in Ruby Sapphire. So I recommend that if you're doing like going for Groudon, right, Kyogre, Rayquaza, the Reggies. Because there is cool, like, benefit to doing it in Emerald, because the extra animations and stuff, it looks sick. But don't soft reset. I think Shiny Collector LJ has a good video explaining that a little bit better. No, Roserade does not reroll with perfect points. The only ones that reroll with perfect points are Electivire and Groudon. That's it. All the other ones. Yeah, but with the battle video, you're essentially always shifting your frames. And if you don't want to keep going in sequence with the battle videos too, another really neat thing in Emerald that would be efficient for soft resets if you didn't have to go there every reset is the paintings in Lily Cove City, or not in Lily Cove, maybe Moss Deep, wherever the art museum is. If you interact with those, it shuffles you to a random place in the RNG. So if you do that, then make the battle video, you're guaranteed to jump somewhere completely random. Instead of like just being like, alright, now I'm as if I had the game on for 5 minutes by making this battle video. You can like check the painting and suddenly be as if you left the game on for 3 hours. It just doesn't, it's not convenient for hunts when not used in tandem with battle video though, because it would require you to view the painting every time. And also, viewing the painting is not random in itself either, where if you review the painting at the beginning of every reset, you'd eventually be hitting the same RNG anyway, because you would just be doing that with the timing of pressing A at the painting. It's weird. Emerald's its own weird beast. I feel like if I ever hunt the Johto starters or something, I'll have to give like a long explanation as to like how. But I haven't done any soft reset hunts in Emerald yet. Only random encounters. I do kind of want to go for the Pseudo-Wudo someday. Man, I can't believe they put a Mankey Kong at the end of this level. Can I actually die to him? Yeah, the Dodrio gets like eye-popping 3D. It's crazy. Phase 13 for EV2. Good luck, man. Oh, I just died from that. I was just reading chat. You just got home from work? Nice. Birth Island Deoxys? Oh, you can totally do that with Runaways. The same way. What if I just completely game over here? That would be so bad, actually, if I game over here. Because this is the end of the game, and I didn't save once. I guess we're playing in the dark. It's fine, actually. What are these bees even doing in a mine shaft, man? Mining honey? I don't buy it. Take that. You fake Kong. Not invited to the Kong family Thanksgiving. That's insane, Ponage. Congrats. I'm excited to resume the Phalanx hunt soon. That's the next stream thing I'm gonna do after I finish the, once I finish the movie. We're going back to Alpha Phalanx. I want to see if I can finish that before DLC. I don't know if a movie will happen within the next few days because I'm out of town here until, like, Sunday. Probably not going to spend much time at all doing movie stuff then. But Sunday night, Monday, I'm going to be probably working on the movie pretty much all day and all night. So it should happen next week. Early next week. Which will give us a little time to do some more Phalanx hunting. And I'll be double hunting the whole time too, so we'll be really efficient with it. Yo, what's up, EJ? How's it going? Just doing my yearly Donkey Kong Thanksgiving run here. Final couple levels of the game here. This is more of a practice run for tomorrow. Tomorrow I will definitely get it under an hour. Because I'll have the version of the game where I can skip. Oh, I forgot that's the one that pushes you back. It's an incredible soundtrack. I'm throwing. Barrels. That was a save. That was crazy. Can't occupy the platform at the same time as that guy. I wonder, in the history of Donkey Kong Country, how many people have died to that guy specifically because they didn't realize the pushback thing and just, like, ran right into him. I feel like he might have, like, the most kills out of almost any Donkey Kong Country enemy, other than, like, any of the bosses. Like, that guy's good at his job. He set up a straight-up trap right there, being like, oh, yeah? Try and hit me with this barrel. I'll take you with me. That's dedication. Quick Panic, thanks for 42 months. Happy Pi Day. Wait, that's in March. That's in March. I didn't have any pie today. Shiny Necky, it's purple! I'll have plenty of pie tomorrow, though. I hope you had a great one out at the farm. It looked like a really good Thanksgiving there. Saw you even encountered your favorite Pokemon alongside the cows. I got the rhythm wrong. That's fine, we're at K. Rool now. Thinking of Pi Day, totally different, I guess so. Oops, I paused the game. Oh no. We're down a Kong, but I still got this. We got this. Guys got the hops. I like how it gives you time to be like, oh yeah, the cannonballs are over. I always use this pole to align myself whenever I'm out here. Oh no. We died on K. Rool. This is not a good start. We got this. We got this. It'll be okay. This guy's destroying his own ship. This thing's gonna sink from the number of cannonballs that are falling right there. He's a croc, he can swim? I guess so. But it's a waste of craftsmanship. In a craftsman's ship. Look at how lovingly these planks were put together. Alright, we hit the credits. Wow. That's the end of the game. Nice. The credits with a K. The end? Question mark? Fine. Jump over me, buddy. Blue Vactor is playing Nintendo Switch 2 Legend ZA Edition. I guess you can't fully see it. But yeah, Blue Vactor's online right now. That's time. That's time. Just a nice hour and 5 minutes. Very simple. Very chill. We Donkey Konged it. Donkey, my boy. GG's, y'all. We did it. How can you see into my eyes like open doors? That was your version of the anthem tonight. Okay, let's see who's live. Let's see. I don't know if you know, I'll just end. I'll just end tonight. Happy Thanksgiving, y'all. Real run tomorrow. I'll report back with the time. It'll be better than this for sure. Let's see what the in-game timer says, actually. I'm gonna reset the game, see what the in-game timer says, and then I'll end. Maybe upload this as a quick Absol 2 video or something, I don't know. But ZA movie soon. I'm spending a lot of time on that right now. "57 minutes. We'll obliterate that. I'll obliterate that tomorrow. I'll obliterate it with my fists. And by fists, I mean controller.